and welcome to a new week, and with that, a new game of the Necromancer's Tale. With new game, I mean new stream, because I'm stupido. But yeah, Necromancer's Tale, yet again, a game I quite enjoy, I must say. Even though we are now in a hospital. At least, we are not in America, so maybe we don't immediately die from, having 3 generations worth of debt to fix a nosebleed or something. I don't know. I'm sorry. Probably over-exaggerated, but you get the picture. Man. What now? What now? What awaits us now? We literally just summoned our first Skelebro and then we fell into a coma. Only to wake up in a hospital surrounded by strange people and our best friend who might have hallucinations. We saw a weird form of a hospital at one point and everything was very weird. And I sure hope that we get out there as soon as possible. And to piss off a specific group of people, I hope we get out of there ASAP. Alright, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, let me adjust some things, so hopefully maybe the end card does fun things with me. Alrighty, let's set that up. Alright, that looks Gucci. Good. Then I'd say I don't click on OBS again and we just load up our journey. Chapter 6. Here we go. Alrighty. We learned that we were unconscious for a couple of days, I believe 3 days? Maybe. Leland, what up? As I approached, the boy cast his eyes downwards, unready to meet my gaze. Good afternoon, sir. You're not here to make me do a lesson, are you? I hadn't planned on it. No, Leland, I am actually here to recover. After all, I'm here to recuperate as well. Oh, that's good. I mean, I hope you feel better soon, sir. Was there something you needed from me, sir? Tell me, Leland, what do you think about the staff? Oh well, Miss Annie and Mr. Connor have been very kind. And the others, well, they're very clear with the rules. I like that. Of course you do, Leland. So tell me, Leland, what are you doing here? I fell out of a tree, sir. You don't seem like the climbing type. That's probably why you fell. Spend 0 skill points to question him. Spend 0 skill points to praise his boldness. We should probably question him. What was he doing in a tree? For the moment, I'm reading things. I'm yawning. I guess that is why you have to read a book to fall asleep. Or something, I don't know. Someone put you up to this, didn't they? Well, yes, sir. Robin said if I climbed the tree, I'd find some treasure. Only I didn't. She won't get in trouble because I said something, will she? I might have to speak with Lucas about it and see what he thinks. No, of course not. Oh god, otherwise she might get mad. Yeah, no, you're fine, but I'll talk to her. Are you the only child here, Leland? Yes, sir, or at least I haven't seen any others about. So, Leland, you're a small child. Have you explored the hospital at all? A child like you must get restless stuck in a stuffy place like this. Well, only a bit. It's against the rules to go wandering off, only I didn't know that at first. So I walked around one afternoon, found a little hole in the wall in that storeroom just off your own room. Oh, that's good information. Well, a big hole, really. Big enough for you, even. Only I think it headed towards the place where they keep the really sick folks, the ones who can barely walk anymore. So I turned right around, and the next time I went there, there was a big old bookshelf in the way. I must say, the first thought I had from the really sick people was, oh, we can probably use their skin to craft more black candles. But, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. Alright, goodbye, Leon. Leon, Lolololidi. Goodbye, sir. Bye-bye. Dietrich, how are you? Dietrich smiled at me as I approached. Though there was a drowsy look in his eyes, I was clear that the grave mist had not yet released him entirely. It is a big influence it has on people then. Not good.
Hello.
There you are, away at last. I have to admit I was happy to see you get rolled in here. Once they told me you'd recover, of course. This place has left me a bit starved for chat. He gestured across the room towards the door and presumably to other quarters which lay beyond. But what happened to you? They won't tell me much, but I've overheard a bit of this and that. An experiment of mine went wrong. I might have pushed things a little too fast. He didn't react very fondly the last time we spoke of it, but we do it one more time to see if he just pesters us with more questions, or if he's thankful that we talk a bit with him. Too fast or too far? Maybe both. Must have strained my abilities such as they are. Strained my abilities such as they are. Dietrich looked at me uneasily. Careful what abilities you're fostering there, my friend. Seems like these could get you into a spell of trouble. Just take it a bit easier from here on, will ya? You miss a lot when you're stuck in bed for days on end. Ah, yeah, that's true. I wonder what else has happened. So, Dietrich, you've been here longer than me. Do you know anything about this hospital? Not as much as I'd like. But today I'm apparently very yawny. The head doctor's strict old fellow only lets us leave this room once in a while, keeps the door locked otherwise. What do you know about these twins? Ah, Connor Annie. Best things about this place, those two. He spoke the words loudly so that the twins could both hear his praise. Connor smiled and shook his head, and he pursed her lips into a grin, never taking her eyes off her text. Frankly, they are the only ones here with any sense of humor. They've been taking special care of you these last 2 days. Why, if I didn't know better, I'd wager they fancied you. What egg? So, since you're awake, is there any news from the city? I haven't had any visitors, so I can't say for certain, but it seems old Flip has come back around to Mans. Not sure if Gerhardt's wise to his return. He might be liable to chase Flip right out of town again. I saw the rascal around town. Seems he intends to stay. Alright, thanks, Dietrich. Say, is there one thing's been troubling me? Right before I ended up here, the last thing I remember is coming by your home. My memory is hazy, but the place seemed to be covered in fog, real thick, curling all around the stones and branches. I stepped into it and thwack. Next thing I know, I'm here. Even the twins won't tell me what happened, or maybe they just don't know. Have you any clue? Do you think you hit me? You hit your head? No, it's not. Both of them. It's just straight up lying. I don't want to lie to my best friend. Uh, we could tell that we did an experiment and the gas from it maybe incapacitated him. So, a bit of a truth is always good for a lie. So I might be to blame. What? But how? I've been experimenting with some old texts that my father had. Wards, protections, that sort of thing. Dark matter? Oh no, we told too much. He blurted out the words with a crack, then immediately lowered his voice to a trembling whisper. That sort of thing is forbidden in Mars, Alistair. Not to mention it's dangerous. I wanted him in the hospital. Yeah, schmutz, we told too much again.
I'm Dietrich, your childhood best friend, a humble child of Mars.
What on earth were you thinking? I had to protect myself, Dietrich. There are strange secretive forces arrayed against me, Dietrich. They were marshaled against my father, and now they're coming from me. Well, you nearly got me killed. I think twice before you dabble in this any further. I think I need to rest for a spell. This fogginess has still got a grip on me. Schmutz. Schmutz, schmutz, schmutz. And Annie, what you reading? I approached Annie, but the young doctor did not look up as I stepped towards her. Her eyes continued to scan the lines of the book which rested in her lap. Then at once she looked towards me, her reading evidently complete. The heavy necklace around her neck jostled gently as she smiled and raised her eyes to meet mine.
Hello again.
Greetings to no what? Oh, getting to know your fellow inmates, eh? I'm more interested in getting to know my jailers. She looked pleased at this comment. Nice. Oh yes, you mean Connor and I? Well, I suppose there's no harm in that. After all, we're bound to be spending plenty of time together. What do you mean? Can I not leave now? I'm awake. Well, I'm happy to hear that. Hopefully not too long. I mean, yeah, I mean, if I was here, I would, talk about leaving, please. I need to go. So hopefully not too long. Wasn't planning on living the rest of my days in this hospital. Oh no, of course not. I'm sure we'll have you out of here soon enough. Is there anything in particular on your mind, or is it still a swishly swirling there? No, we already have Moika. Maybe. We still need to go on a first date. Well, my mind remains agitated, I must admit. She furrowed her brow and bit her lower lip contemplatively. My god. I was afraid of that. Of course, healing takes time, but I had hoped walking about in the daylight would clear away the worst of it. Physically, you seem to be getting better and better by the minute, but your mind is what worries me most. Please do not put it under too much strain. Avoid any undue stress if you can. So, no adventures then? Absolutely not. I'm afraid you must pass your time in the dullest manner imaginary. Doctor's orders. She pulled her face into a mock-serious expression, but soon broke again into a smile, and I wondered if she was so jocular with all her patients. I don't know, I have a weird feeling about Annie and Connor. Like, I don't know. Like they are, either witches and a witcher or sorceress or ditch the servants. I don't know, but I don't know. I cannot point. I cannot. You know, I cannot pin it. What is it called? Pin my finger, point my finger. I don't know. I don't know this expression. So, Annie, what is that book you're reading? This, a journal of the plague year. Not a terribly lively read, but a right bit more detailed than some other books on the subject. I assume it's about a plague then. What gave it away? She smiled sheepishly. It's an account of the plague that swept London in 65. Bad bit of business that, but plenty to learn from. Um, do you spend all of your time tending to us inmates? Well, I certainly can't leave you lot unattended, can I? But thankfully, we've got a few kindly nuns to help around the place. I guess they seem to do their part. They grumble now and then, but they are the reason I have any time to myself. Thanks to them, I can trot over to the library. It's nice there, surrounded by all those stuffy old brains turned into words, so we can pick apart their thoughts. Alright, I should speak with some of the others. Yes, it would be good for you to socialize a bit more, especially before your uncle gets here. Bit of a wet blanket, that man. No offense. Oh, this is the library? No, that's not the library. Or is it? Oh, that's the hall. Oh my god. Final dance, Molf Landis. Daniel Defoe. Interesting. Boris Vostenum. Donald, Sister Jut and Sister Benedicta. Let's talk to Benedicta first. I approached the two nuns who had been tending me during the first days of my interment here. It was strange to see them so clearly and not as shadowy specters shifting in and out of my consciousness. Jut, the younger of the two, tucked something under her robes when she spied me. Good afternoon, sisters. Oh, hello. Good afternoon, young sir. I see you're no longer confined in your bed. I suppose that means we'll soon have one less patient. My God willing. No sense staying here longer than you need to, unless of course the doctor has cause for it. Anyhow, I have other matters to attend to. Be at peace, my child. Benedicta bowed slightly and turned back to her book, while her compatriot leaned towards me and appeared to study my features. I did not know what she was assessing, but the scrutiny made my skin itch. Oh,
I am Sister Benedicta, a nun who works in
was
the
she some
hospital.
surveyor sent to assess my state? Some spy here to uncover my recent studies? An option was unavailable due to a failed trust test. There's something strange about you, something unholy. The sooner the doctor has you out of here, the better. Great. Angelina, patient, Drago. Alright. Now whether Doc Hand... What? Doc Hand nodded towards me as I approached.
Excuse me.
Oh my god. Good day, Gov. I see you're walking around at last. I was wondering how long you keep sleeping, my god. The whole world was starting to worry. Well, about me? Well, to be honest, it was more the things you were muttering in your sleep. Strange clouds of this tormenting winds of that It's enough to make a sea hand remember the stories that get traded on a creaking galleon. Hopefully that's all of your system now. Alright. So, have you noticed anything strange going on? Aye, there is something odd about the contagion wing in this place, but I can't bring myself to take a closer look. Whole area just seems off somehow. I knew a fella who got taken there a few weeks back. A swabby by the name of Yaroslav. Poor chaps wasn't on land for an hour before they carted him off. Have you heard anything from him since? Not a word. It's like the man stopped existing. The blockhead seemed eager to get on the next port out of Mans, had a wife he was rushing to marry or some such thing. You'd figure he'd at least want to send her word about his delay. Okay. Contagion wing is very weird then. How did you end up here? You look healthy. He gestured towards Angela, who narrowed her eyes in response. There was a brawl on the docks. Some young Venetian bloke tried to pull a fast one. Can't say we didn't wallop them good, but one of the rascals was quicker with a knife than I was with a club. Connor says I got lucky, must be something or other by an inch, she said. Okay. So what do you think about the staff? That Connor is quiet, but knows what he's doing. His sister too. The others, they make me think they've been cooped in here a little too long. Alright, we'll talk about later. Not as though there's much else to do here. Nope, there isn't. Do you have a rifle in here? Is it just glued to your model or something? Angelina, why are you holding a rifle in the hospital? Why are you pointing in at Connor? Angelina, please put the gun down. Do I have an inventory? I do have an inventory. But they stole up, but I can wear my leather clothes. Well, Angelina, I recognized the guard from the northern gate. Her sour expression did not invite conversation, but I approached just the same. Phew. So what's landed you in this slaughterhouse?
That meant to be some joke? I broke a rib busting up a fight on the docks.
Is she Moika's sister? Was Angelina one of Moika's sisters? I think so. She offered no further elaboration and seemed disinclined to revisit whatever episode had caused her injury.
The more I'm out of here, the better. Can't stand hospitals.
Yeah, one does miss the outside world after a bit. Aye, that and they pay you loose when not working. Oh. So what is your take on the staff? Ha! She rolled her eyes, finally animated beyond the meager syllables she had previously offered. Half of them are likely to put you in here as they are to heal you. Those two redheads are fine, the nuns too, but the other blokes around here? I wouldn't trust them to spit on ya if you were on fire. I suspected that she had more to say on the topic. Is that all? Skill check acuity level 3. I spent 0 skill points to notice Angelina's frustration. I suspect you have something specific in mind. I do. The whole lot is strange. Odd men from abroad who do whatever the doctor tells them. They rub me the wrong way, to be sure, but Giovanni is the real rat in the barrel. Got word he's been trading stolen goods on the docks, consorting with the Shroud. Oh, all manner of petty villainy, but the guard captain says I can't make a move on the doctor's little cousin. Not unless I have something proper to pin on him. But no worries there. Dunce like that is bound to slip up soon enough. I could see she was bored. At this her voice halted almost as though she had been reading aloud and reached the end of whatever passage had interested her. She made no attempt to bid me farewell, but it was clear the conversation had run its course. Her intent did not seem rude, but rather efficient. I surmised that the small, odd pouring she had provided was already uncharacteristic. Just as we finished the conversation, I heard the front door of the hospital burst open. A commotion echoed up the stairs, and presently my Uncle Gervais appeared on this floor. His white teeth gleaming behind this thick beard would mask his face. "Ah, nephew, you're already up and about. I was worried beyond all sense, but it seems that your recovery is well on its way. I shall have to make a sizable donation to this hospital for their Herculean efforts. I'll admit, I've always found one Saalfelden to be an odd sort, but if your condition is any indication, the man has cultivated a fine staff." He strode towards me and grabbed me amicably by the shoulders. "A bit thin, but nothing a hearty meal or two won't fix." "It's good to see you, Uncle." "Oh, gentry military trust degree is very nice." "And you as well. When I heard that you had fallen ill so soon after your father's untimely passing, I was worried that some curse had struck our family. Naturally, I wanted to visit straight away, but the nature of your condition and the demands of my position made it difficult until now." "Okay, I have some good news for you, though. The statue I commissioned in honor of your father is now installed outside the cathedral. We all owe him so much for his heroic leadership during that terrible uprising, that unnatural uprising. I hope this brings you some comfort, dear Alistair." He smiled at me then, genuine and tender, but then my uncle changed tack. "Tell me though, nephew, was there anything in particular that led to your collapse? Do you have any recollection of some strange items in your home? Some strange encounters that might have triggered a sudden decline in your health?" Something about his inquiry struck me as odd, as though he were trying to pry into a place he already knew existed, but then again, every inquiry I had fielded over the morning had struck me as similarly intrusive. Why was the world so curious about me and my doings? I could not let it in. "I remember nothing, I'm afraid." "I see. With any luck, time will mend your memory." Then a troubled shadow crept across my uncle's face. "Well, I'm afraid I cannot stay and talk much longer, but I'm glad to see you in such fine fettle." Fettle? My god, so many words I don't know, man. "But I must insist that you rest now. I cannot have my brother's only son deteriorate just when he is on the cusp of recovery. Too bad with you." At his insistence, I returned to my bed, and I must admit that the exertion of my conversation had drained me. I wanted to explore beyond the confines of this room. I wanted to hunt for clues of my father's killer, to uncover what strange machinations were grinding around me. But at that moment, I was once again overcome with exhaustion. I lumbered towards the bed and slumped against my pillows. The lids of my eyes dropped and closed, and as they did, I caught a final glimpse of my uncle breathing a sigh of relief. I let myself fall into unconsciousness, once more intent on continuing my investigation with renewed vigor. When I awoke, I would have to find my way out of these hospital grounds. Okay, my take on this is that this could be an illusion. This could very well be an illusion, and people try to learn more about necromancy or our father's work through conversation with us. When I awoke again, the hospital was much less lively than it had been earlier in the day. You're awake again? Well, I suppose a person can only sleep so much. Where are Annie and Connor? Oh, so you prefer treatment from our younger doctors? I'd say I was hurt, but I can hardly muster the energy to be offended. They're somewhere around here in one of the other rooms, I expect. I'm sure you can find them on one of these floors. I sensed that the doctor would not have released me onto all floors of the hospital if he was worried I would escape, but I had grown restless in the infirmary and resolved to explore the place at length. I could not stay here much longer. The forces against me were marshalling their power, and I had to find a way out. Diedrich! Diedrich smiled at me as I turned to him, but it was not the broad toothy smile that had greeted me during our last conversation. I sensed that something was troubling him. Are you alright, Diedrich? Yes, I'm alright. Though, in truth, well, of course I'm happy to see you back in Mans. You're one of my oldest friends after all. But here you come, a man of the world, having studied all manner of subjects at university, and here I am, just a lad still living in the same town I grew up in. Not that I mind, but, you know, I can see why the doctors are drawn to you. I haven't seen either of them talk to anyone as much as they've spoken with you. I'd wager one of them might even fancy you. That's hardly important, Diedrich. Maybe not to you, but you don't know how good you have it. I wish that I had the same easy fortune. You've plenty to offer, but skulking would no one likes self-pity, and I certainly don't think it will attract anyone. You can't rush these things, Diedrich. Something will happen for you soon enough. I've heard that one before. He sighed dramatically. It was quite comical, and I almost laughed. Even as kids, you seem to have all the luck. Is there someone in particular you fancy? Oh, well, yes, but you never know how someone feels. I can't imagine she'd have much interest in me. And why is that? She's so personable. Easy conversation with anyone and everyone. Why should Sophia be interested in me of all people? Yeah, someone told me that Diedrich and Sophia may be fancying one another. Or was it only one way? Maybe it's one another. Someone told me something about that, man. Oh, it's Sophia. I can think of a number of reasons why she might be interested. You're just the kind-hearted sort I could see her with, as a matter of fact. Wouldn't that be something? Okay, that should... Was it -5 when we told him about dark magic, or why was it -2? Righty, what's got you in such a sour mood? Me or nothing? Yeah. Is it the same? Nah, it's not the same. I've known you long enough to know when you're upset, Diederik. It's not that I'm upset, but, you know, well, of course, I'm happy to see you. Oh, it's literally the same, okay. It's hardly important. Can we get another? Plenty to offer. Can't rush these things. Is there someone in particular? I can think of a number of reasons. Thank you. Alrighty, we'll talk again later. The young nun did not look especially pleased to see me approaching. I hope you have not come here to utter more blasphemy in my direction. I wanted to discuss scripture with you. Heaven forbid. The last thing I need is some petty noble lecturing me on the finer points of faith. I get enough of that from the other sisters. Okay. I'm sorry. The strange position of the bookshelf betrayed its true purpose. It must have been here to mask the hole that Leland had found leading into the hospital's contagion wing. I left it for now. We'll go there at last. First we'll look into all the other rooms. This man looked gravely and I did not move. Okay, let's go upstairs first. Hey, Annie.
Hello again.
Alistair, you're a welcome sight after this latest shift. I suppose we patients are a handful, eh? Some more than others. Little Leland won't stop ratting about his friends, and Angelina practically refuses to receive any treatment. Could do with a bit of time of himself. I had others to talk to. Will not flirt with Annie. Annie is sus. But I would like to know what you have here. Rulston, the bastard child of the Empire, Part 1. Excuse me, by Pascaline Marcello? It was with great reluctance that I composed these volumes on the repugnant and largely irrelevant little kingdom of Rulston, at the behest of my prince. In short, this is an awful land filled with people bereft of the good sense common to more civilized lands. They use tradition as the kindling for the fire of their so-called progress, ruled by matriarchs and so far from the light of God that any neighbor would be completely justified in freeing these poor people from this corruption. And then we have history that I am actually very interested in, but that I don't have the time to read through now, so I'll let it be here, so I maybe read it in the VOD at a later point. Patient, patient, patient. The woman whimpering gently as she slept. She was sleeping peacefully. She was sleeping peacefully. Okay.
Good to see you.
Oh my god. Oh, he was so loud. Well, hello, Alistair. I'm starting to worry you're becoming too familiar with these grounds. If you continue at this pace, you'll become a fixture of the building. Soon enough. Or worse yet, some accursed spectre. I'm sure the doctor running this hospital would love that. My family might not be what it once was, but my uncle is still known for his deep pockets. Then for your sake, let's hope your recovery is nearly complete. What? No, I had others to talk to. We're not flirting with Connor, sorry. Never mind, yeah, I thought I saw something in there. Just at the entrance, this clock had stopped. This seemed fitting, given that time did not seem to pass at all in this place. Oh, and the music seems to get a bit more intense. As I approached the door, an uneasy sensation slithered into my nostrils and stung the corners of my eyes. An invisible fog thickened the air with apprehension and unease, and my stomach turned as if I was looking over the edge of a great chasm. In the past, I would have dismissed this as a trick of the mind, but now I suspect something more supernatural was coaxing the fear inside me. Protection this potent must have been hiding something of great value or great horror. I had to get inside. No, we'll use the hole. I stepped away. The fear washed away as I moved. We don't know if this door has some sort of a secondary mechanism that informs anyone if we open it. So let's use this cloth and scissors. Let's take them. And now let's use this here. What do you mean I bandaged myself with cloth? Okay. Alrighty, we have this on the face as a mask. What is this? Oh, this is our number of skill bros. I tried to move the bookshelf. Oof. Let's do it. I planted my feet against the floor, making sure to brace them against the protruding stone with my shoulder pressed against the bookshelf. I surged forward, and after this my god, was disconcerting creak, the great mass of wood and paper began to slide. After a moment, I found myself face to face with a hole, just big enough to fit through. Through the hole, I caught a stench which curled in through the nostrils and made its way into the back of the throat. I could not place its source, but it conjured images of rot and decay. I heard footsteps in the nearby halls and considered if perhaps I should recruit an accomplice for my expedition before pressing forward. Who could possibly come with me? I stayed where I was. I will not ask Dietrich. Well, where are the others? Where's the man? One of them should be Annie, right? But no, none of them is Annie. Where are the others?
Hello
Oh no,
again.
that's Annie. Wait. Angela. Whoops. Hoppala. Anna, Angela, Moika. What do you know about the adjacent rooms? Well now, haven't you gotten more direct as the days go on? I suppose I should take that to mean you're getting comfortable around here, yeah? Those rooms are in quarantine. They house our most dire patients. It seems there could be a plague brewing and Dr. von Saalfelden is testing new treatments. The old fellow is quite strict about us going there only when needed. Alrighty. For the sake of having a companion that trusts us, we will now flirt Annie, so she may be more willing to join us when we ask her to go into the contagion wing. Annie, a furrowed brow suits you. So you enjoy seeing me frustrated, is that it? And here I thought you lads from Rooston were meant to be chivalrous. As the pretty doctor briefly looked away, she let a small smile creep across her lips. How much do we have? We have
I'm a
trusting.
healer from far off Ireland.
We already have trusting. That is Gucci. You're far too capable to require my chivalry, Doctor. Well, I can't argue with that assessment. I've got a fair bit of expertise tucked away under these sleeves. I'm sure a lofty academic such as yourself has squirreled away a few skills himself, eh? I could tell she was warming to me by the way her eyes followed mine. What
I'm
comes?
Annie, a healer from far off Ireland.
What comes after trusting, and when does the next trust level begin? Should we do one more? I think we should. Annie, this hospital, it is far too dour a place for someone like yourself. If you stay here too long, it will drain the rosy complexion right out of you. Oh, you're cheeky, aren't you? I'll have you know this rosary complexion has seen me through a few Irish winters in a scorching Rooston summer or two. It'll take more than some grey walls and dim lights for me to lose it. She giggled and moved in close to me.
I am Annie, a
It's
healer
still
from
trusting
far off
at
Ireland.
63. What was... Oh, what is Dietrich's disposition? He's over 100. Was it also trusting? Was it more? Well, I guess we can go all the way, right? For this, I mean, sure. I do believe you've become the best part of my stay here, Annie. Really? Oh, sorry, that's not a question. Really? Even above the staff nursing you back from utter delirium, you'd rate me higher than that, would you? I would. Oh well. The normally sharp-tongued doctor stuttered over her words for a moment, then smiled and blushed a little. Well, that's very nice to hear. I think I feel the same. I hope I'll see... Oh my god, I hope I'll be able to see more of you when I leave this place. Now, I mean, this feels like a closing flirtation, right? You know, but I think now would be a good time to know, you flirt the ever-living hell out of her, and then, casually ask her, by the way, Annie, would you be willing to accompany me into the contagion wing? Annie was visibly shocked at this suggestion and took her a few seconds to compose herself. Why in heaven would you want to go there? As a healer, I cannot allow this. I decided to put pressure on her. Analyze. Spend one skill point to appeal to her distrust of authority. Why do you uphold the arbitrary laws of this von Saalfelden? Surely this is not your nature. This is not an arbitrary law, Alistair. It is medical sense to keep contagious people away from those uninfected. But it is true I do not trust the plague doctor. His methods do not seem to fit well with a caring man. I can't imagine why you'd want to go in there, but given what I know about you by now, I suspect it's no flight of fancy. You must have a good reason. I have no duns. I know you'll find your way past the door with or without me, but I'll tag along to keep you out of trouble. And now we can go back into flirting. I hope I'll be able to see more of you when I leave this place, Annie. Not gonna lie. But I hope you won't need to. I mean, I hope you don't become ill is all. Of course, I would also love to see you again once you're no longer a patient. You know, she continued to chatter, overtaken by a nervous energy, which was quite attractive. And the time I have off, I mean, which is not so substantial, but it does exist. And when I have it, well, I would certainly not mind. Oh, we are moving in for the kiss. It is also quite quite a cliché, but sure, I move to kiss her. I eased forward, closing my eyes as I leaned into Annie. I could feel the warmth of her body grow as I drew closer, and at last our lips skirted against one another, tender at first, and then more firm. Before long, our tongues reached out and explored each other too. When I retreated from our embrace, I found that the doctor was smiling at me, her eyes misty with happiness. Well, that's not quite what I was expecting from the day's work, but it's a very pleasant surprise, just the same. I should get back to my duties. Yeah, the duties is
I am Annie, a healer from far off
following me.
Ireland.
She ran her finger across her lips as she turned away, as though she were still testing the veracity of what had just happened. I, in turn, smiled after her, and then we walked together to the contagion wing. I squeezed through the hole in the wall. I found myself on the other side of the wall, confronted by a small office and several beds. I sneaked forward. I sneaked forward. I crept into the room, careful not to make too much noise, but it was no help. A stupefied guard stood just down the hall, his eyes locked on
I
me.
was wondering what was making that scraping noise. Illegal patients aren't allowed back here. Uncle von Salfelden was very clear about that.
And he helped me out. What? Ah, but you're not your uncle? Well, I'm not a patient anymore. Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm just, you know... Da-da. Da-da-da-da, da-da. See, I'm not a patient anymore.
Of course you are. I've seen you lying in that bed for nearly a week. Isn't that the case, Miss Annie?
I'm a doctor, Giovanni. There's no need to call me miss, and our patient here is quite cured, as you can see. But he isn't staff. My uncle gave orders about these rooms. I know quite a bit about contagious disease. I can help you and the rest of the staff. Aha, skill check knowledge too. I spent 0 skill points to recall some facts about the plague. Oh, what? These people seem to be suffering from some variant of the plague. I suggest you procure a great quantity of vinegar and rub it on yourself when tending to the sick. The smell is quite aggressive, but it's stymies the disease. I suppose there's no harm in you having a closer look then. Just go about your business quickly. I'll not be getting in trouble on your account. He turned away and leaned lazily against the wall. His eyes followed me for a moment, but he soon lost interest and disappeared into his own private boredom. Let's check this. I looked over the papers which littered doctor's desk. Among them stood a leather-bound notebook which had clearly been in Konrad von Saalfelden's possession for many years. The first few sections seemed to contain von Saalfelden's recollections from his time as a military doctor. Many of the accounts seemed to highlight particular tragedies of war which had left an impression on the young physician. Much of his writing was almost tragically poetic. The latter sections were more clinical, slowly losing the tenderness of the early prose. Von Saalfelden ruminated on the costs of war and how they could be mitigated. One excerpt seemed to put a great stock in the idea of a quick and decisive strike favoring unconventional methods. As I delved deeper into the notebook, the pages became more chaotic and speculative. Von Saalfelden seemed to be researching extra-natural methods for striking at the enemy and winning a quick surrender. Strange illustrations littered the pages, and among them I could not help but notice a page that was vaguely familiar. The excerpt depicted a ritual named as the Dominion of Phobos, which repelled would-be interlopers by means of creating an extra natural sense of dread. The illustrations, the characters, and the notes scribbled in the margins reminded me of a page in my own spellbook, whose location was presently unknown to me. I thought that this page could illuminate what was written in that in that precious book I had inherited from my father. So I ripped the paper clean along the binding and tucked it into my pocket for safekeeping. This ritual would give me a way to peacefully deflect prying eyes from the cemetery, allowing me to conduct my work there without fear of discovery by wandering townsfolk. A safer solution than grave mist, which had shown itself to be quite dangerous. Then it's good that we didn't do more grave mist locations. As I closed the notebook, I heard the scrape of metal just below. A heavy set of keys revealed themselves below the papers. I suspect one of these might unlock the door out into the city.
Hello again.
It's time you got out of this place, Alistair. The Plague Doctor is not the sort to take your behavior lightly.
Hello again.
How do we get out? Here, right? Alright.
Hello again.
Where is my stuff, though? Actually, let's make a save here. Let's make a backup save here as well. And then let's look at the patient. The man's skin hung over the large frame of his body, rendered thin from weeks of bed rest, but his expression was lucid if tired.
Face. I'm not patient. Lucky you.
You must be the sailor that Drago mentioned.
You know Drago, him good man. Something like this, but I think I will never leave this room. The disease is strong, and the guards are vicious.
What's going on here?
They say it's hospital. I wager more even believe this. But von Saalfelden, it only makes us worse.
You hear this shit, Annie, right? He winced as he repositioned himself on the bed.
I've been in prison better than this.
Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I should wear this. What disease do you have, though?
I no say. They bring me here after I catch fever. I think it only heat from sun and too many days at sea. But when I wake, these little boils have grown all over my body. I've never seen such things. I think the doctor make them. I think he give them to us.
His expression turned sour as the exertion of speaking wore on him. How do you feel?
Terrible. How else?
Makes sense. Goodbye. He looked at me and frowned.
Yes, you can still live here, I think. Lucky you.
Ah, I see. My immediate path ahead is clear. I need to escape from the confines of this infirmary if I hope to continue my investigations. To check with the Lucas at the school, I need to research the dangerous catacombs below the family crypt. Yes. I also need to find my belongings. Warfare and disease. By whomst? Can I not turn the page with A? El Haki bin Mustafa. Okay. The Burden of Defense and the Doctrine of Attack by Karl Maller. Carthage. Despite its grandiose title, this was a badly written book, clumsy describing the collection and use of common substances. Just as I shrugged and closed the book, I noticed a loose page sticking out. It was covered in a spidey scrawl in some foreign script. I spent 0 skill points to recognize the language. After some moments, I noticed the similarity that many of the glyphs had with those in the torpor page in my spellbook. Yes, this was another Zoroastrian work and appeared to relate to torpor itself in some way. I took the page so that I could study it together with my spellbook when I had the letter in my possession again. Very nice. A foul stench assaulted me as I swung open the chest. Rags from a plague victim. Why would I want that? Life or death I could not tell. This poor wretched groaned weakly as I watched.
Are you a new doctor? Have you brought us some new medicines?
Have the other doctors not treated you well?
Oh, they're kind enough. The ones with the fiery hair. Oh, even the nuns. But the big quiet one never says a word. And his remedies, oh, they sting the most.
She winced and closed her eyes, too tired to continue. The young man on the bed was in a state of delirium and he barely registered my presence.
No more doctor. Von Saufhelden. Please.
Annie, I think you need to get out of here. It was locked. What about the heavy keychain? Apparently they don't work. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, we'll take one of these racks with us, just in case we can study the plague and then cook up something to cure it, hopefully. Dietrich, I'm leaving. We'll talk again later. Where is Dr. von Saalfelden? Didn't see him once.
Hello again. I'm Annie, a healer from far off Ireland.
Alright. Annie, I'll leave. I would not be leaving without a key. I tried the heavy set of keys. The first two keys I tried from the set did not fit the mechanism properly. At my third panicked attempt, the lock clicked open and the cool, fresh sea air of Mans greeted me at last. But there was little time to enjoy the pleasant breeze. I had matters to attend to and new adversaries to best.
Hello again.
I better scramble back inside and hope the doctor isn't too mad at me. As she hesitated, I grabbed her and we shared a passionate kiss. Finally, our lips parted. Oh, Alistair, do please look me up soon. I would love to get to know you better. Well, Sheen. Hello, how are you? Hello, Yumichi. I'm doing rather well. How are you? Wait, the statue is here, right? There it is. Yippee. My father's statue, finally in place. A fast turnaround given how recent was his death. I examined it closely. The face was his, but the frame was larger, more heroic. I wondered, especially given how quickly the artist made it, if it had been originally commissioned as a statue of my uncle Gervais. There was a plaque at the base. Zelig van Elstrick, hero of Rooston, son of Mans, 1681 to 1733. Very nice. Right, let's check our book. My priority now is to locate my lost spellbook and witch's knife. The witch herself may know their whereabouts, as I recall her presence when I fell into that magical coma. True! What time is it? It's morning? It's morning. Let's go to our home first. Alright, first off we check our chest. Nothing. Nah, as I suspected. Juliana. I called to mother as she walked by me, but she seemed oblivious to my presence. It got worse. The thing is still open. Jar, mortar and pestle, jar. Tinderbox, torches, knife, and files. Ah, this is not good. Let's close it again. too careful. Where is our servant? There.
Can I help you, my lord?
It is good to see you recovered after your illness, my lord. Thank you, Albrecht. I found an unsent letter from my father calling in a debt from a man named Oman. Gerhard Oman, the harbor master? But what would he owe money to your father? And why not just pay it? He's not a poor man. Perhaps there's something unwholesome about the nature of the debt that Oman wanted erased. The letter calling in the debt was unsent. Perhaps that is what they sought when they searched our home. Whatever it is, I intend to find out. Though now I might take a more indirect path in doing so. Although, now I recall also that my father's financial ledger mentioned something about a debt and it was marked with a strange sign. I showed Albrecht the sigil I had copied. I found a letter demanding payment. It had this marking on it. That is, I believe, the mark of the fish guard, smugglers and racketeers. What would Master Zelig have to do with them? This I intend to learn. Where would I find them? I confess I do not know, but given the nature of their organization, I'd wager the docks is a sensible place to start. Yeah, I guess it is. It's quite a lot. Who found us? Where is our stuff? Locano. Let's go to the academy first. Spellbook unavailable. Moika, I'm sorry, but I think we're through.
The barracks are close to civilians.
Okay.
Excuse me, my lord.
Why do I want sulfur? It's for another ritual. Barracks, academy. Let's get our 3 coins. Two things were immediately apparent from the moment I stepped into the schoolroom. First was Lucas' absence. Second was that Robin was seated at her desk, strangely silent. Master Alistair? Wait, Leland is also odd. We did the prank with the 3 numbered sheep just like you suggested, right, Ida? Farmer Isaac even showed me how to feed them right and get their trust. Had no problem getting to follow us. It was actually kind of fun, even before the prank. Yeah, but it was really fun watching Lucas run around the whole academy trying to find them all. 1 and 4 were easy, 2 got on the roof. He spent all afternoon trying to find 3. It was the first time I had seen the little girl smile. I'm pretty sure he was faking being mad by the end, like he figured it out but kept playing along or something. I missed the sheep. Nice. That worked out fine then. But something clearly weighed on the child, but fear trapped in his throat. Leland, I'm your teacher. I'm here to help you. We messed up, Gov. We steal stuff, sure, but we went too far this time. Robin made us do it. We found out the Baron had confiscated some fancy science thing just after it arrived in town. There was a bunch of folks wanting to buy it before he took it away, so she got the idea to steal it. And we did. Now we're just waiting so we can sell it off ourselves. But the Baron's man is onto us. Well onto Robin. He showed up before you did and talking to the headmaster right now. She tried to make us all lie for her, but we're done listening to Robin. She just bosses us around and gets us into trouble. But we don't want her to get in trouble either. Please, we need your help. Robin had remained silent throughout, but I could now see she was on the verge of tears. Her pride was wounded not just by the weight of her mistakes and the loss of her position as leader, but also the pity of the others. She was a girl on the verge of breaking apart. Just then, I heard heavy boots outside the room. Oh, Alistair. This is a surprise. It shouldn't be, I'm a teacher. Property of the Baron has been stolen. The guards caught a man they believe did it, but cannot find the item. My own investigation suggests a different culprit. Willard approached Robin and grabbed her upper arm, clearly determined to take her away. I would protect Robin and the other orphans. Yes. Willard, really? You are an orphan too. Law and order have no care for age. Okay, then think this through carefully. You're claiming that a child successfully outwitted the captain of the guard, the Baron's man. I can only imagine what the people of Elstrick will say. And what of the more hardened and dangerous sort? If they think a penniless orphan girl can steal the Baron's property from under your nose, what new crimes will they be emboldened to undertake? I see your point, but unless I catch the true thief, an innocent man will hang. An example must be set after all. Oh. Oh God. A moral decision. I should probably have asked what would happen to the person who stole. But we cannot let the girl be condemned to hanging if she, I don't know what they would do to her because I didn't ask. So yes, I condemned an innocent man to death to protect Robin. The captain of the guard will do as he must to ensure law and order prevail in Elstrick. Willard sighed and let Robin go. The weight of his duty made his every step out of the room sound twice as loud. Thank you, Alistair. An innocent man is going to die because of us? Damn the guards, damn the Baron. That was really scary. What have we done? Kids' trust increased by 5. Yeah, these will do fine, agents. Lucas stepped into the room, his timing suspiciously precise. I see our unexpected guest Captain Willard has left. Now I believe we were covering the run up to the Venetian War with Roulston, yes? I saw the way Lucas looked at me. He was conflicted over my choice, but remained silent for now. I took this as my chance to depart quietly. And then I immediately turned back around and spoke to Lucas.
What can I do for you, dear cousin?
I was ready for my shift of work at the school. What work should I do today, cousin? Mrs. Wagner, the cook at the orphanage, has been at home sick. The children have not eaten since yesterday morning. Could you cook up a pot of soup and bring it in for them? Here's some coin to buy a pot and something at the market to boil in water. It'll be 3 crowns. I have a pot at home. Lucas asked me to cook a pot of vegetable soup for the children. Alright. Where is the fruits and vegetables? Oh. This person? Really? Man, I can't make any profit out of that. Vegetables, even more vegetables, okay. I would say garlic for sure. Or pumpkin, yes. Pumpkin, carrot, garlic. We have an apple at home, very nice. What do you have for sale? Allspice. Nah. Let's buy a pumpkin. Some garlic. And the carrot. And then we head home. I like that everything just costs 1 crown. Oh god, we hear them on the outside now. Wait, that's it. Can I also add carrots in there? And then we also add garlic. Oh, we cannot add garlic to the soup? What is this? Oh. Could we also add apples then? I don't think apples would be good in a pumpkin carrot soup. Actually, I have never had apple in a soup. Very sad. I hope we don't lose the pot now. Carrot and pumpkin soup.
So, what can I do for you, dear cousin?
Here's the soup for the children. Wonderful, thank you, Alistair. The orphans scampered to the front of the classroom and joyfully consumed the soup. 2 bowls each. Kids' trust increased by 8. Wow. The rest of the morning passed as slowly for me as it is for the children. Still I taught with patience, and I felt that they learned something.
So, what can I do for you?
Give me my money. Yes. Profit. Look at us, having 30 coins. We're rich. Gut. A flyer garlic mushroom for the Dominion Phobos protection ritual. Okay. Gucci. I learned that we cannot sure. We do not have the funds to give 1 coin away each day for a beggar. I'm very sorry, we are also very poor. Even though I just said we are rich, I lied. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Oh, what am I doing here? No, 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 no. We're going to the forest. Actually, never mind. Until chapter 14. We're in chapter 6. Okay. Farnell Street cannot fast travel until chapter 14. Jonas, please, be out. You open the gates, please. Thank you. I see. We'll have to wait until it's night then. That the wand has to be cut with a witch's knife, right? Yeah. Well, let me in, Jonas.
Open the gate. Quick, get inside.
Calm down, man. Calm down. Yeah. We'll go back home then. Advance time until night. I mean, we need to rest. Actually, I would also like to go to the tavern now. It should be evening, yes. And see if Sophia knows something. Smooch? What? Oh! Nice! Look at them! Look at them! It seemed that Diedrich's stay at the hospital has ended along with mine, though I could not be sure that his wounds were fully healed.
Hello?
Alistair, there you are. I'd heard all manner of talk after the commotion at the hospital. What the devil did you get up to in there? I need to investigate some things, you know me. Must have been quite the investigation. The doctor was livid after you left, and those guards, twice as mean as before. I honestly don't know why you stayed in there as long as you did, Diedrich. You're much better off resting at home. Oh, come now, the twins were kind enough. It seems like everyone who goes into that place is either sick forever or comes out with some fresh flaw. At least Diedrich is as sweet as ever. I think he slept through all that fuss you caused, Alistair. Diedrich, you lumbering softy. She smiled at him and he smiled back, his cheeks flush and his eyes misty with a gentle happiness. And I'd wager to say that he that they didn't feed you nearly enough in there. We'll have to order something from Ghana to fill you up. Wait, is the can we not talk about that that they seem very engaged right now?
I am Sophia, a childhood friend of yours.
Trusting,
I am
okay.
Sophia, a childhood friend of yours.
Have you seen any of the doctors around? Annie came by the library. She wanted to see if you hadn't abandoned her like some common rake. I think she'll be glad to see you're still putting around Mans. What's a sweet girl like that seeing a lad like you, Alistair? Doesn't she know what troublemaker you've become of late? You know, Alistair, Dietrich isn't just a messenger boy. He got his own concerts trembling through his head. Particularly right now, this evening. She pinched his side playfully, and he giggled like a child. Alright. Oh, sorry. Actually, if you don't mind, the two of us were sort in the middle of a chat, Alistair. Not that we don't enjoy your company, it's just, you know, we're having a rendezvous, wouldn't you know it? Sorry, it was not my intention. I mean, yeah, sure, I'll go see Annie. Yeah. Yes, well, I suppose that's the way to put it, yes. The smile on his face was as broad as the city's port. Something in me recoiled at his expression of joy. How could a man be so happy while both my sleep and waking hours were tormented by whispers from the grave? I leave you to lovebirds then. Have a nice evening, you two. I nodded magnanimously, my God, at the doting parent made my exit. We'll see you around later, yes, Alistair? No, I will never see you again. Couple. There's always a beer here. Some of the patrons will sober up because of me. You say she was at the academy. I guess the door... Oh no. That is Ibrahim. That is Bishina. Let me out. Oh yeah. What am I doing here? Mein Gott. We could steal this and sell it, but doesn't sound very very smart to steal a book from the academy and then sell it on the market of the same city. Okay. Tja.
Going out?
Yeah, Maya. Just let me out.
Hold on while I open the gate. Be careful.
Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. I need to get out. Maya, let me in. Oh god, I still feel sick. Give me the bed. Need to lie down. Yippee, it's night. I think at some point I would have to use the other exit from the family estate to sneak out so people don't ask questions. Nux Nux, hallo Baki. How are you on this
Going out?
Monday?
Hold on while I open the gate. Be careful.
Something ain't right. Cold? Yeah, it's rather cold, that's true. Where's the witch? Oh. Oh my god. Is that even my family script? Nope. Just enter the random crypt. Oh, there it is. Whoops. Lovely, lovely music. No, we go. Oh, sorry. I will walk 500 miles. Ah, schmutz. I thought the witch said that I can meet her in the chapel at night, but that doesn't seem true now, does it? But where is the witch? I mean... Ah, schmutz, completely lost again. Let's follow this road. We should end up at the miller's farm, I hope. And then we just take the street again. Yes. No, we are here right now. Oh, yes, we should, obviously, it's the street that leads straight to the gate. Should make sense. What's this? Flower. The North Road. Wait, is it even the right road? There she is. There was a fluttering of wings and a bird swooped past me. Then a young woman emerged from behind a tree.
Greetings, child.
So we meet again, Father Elstrick. May I help you? Listen, I need to recover my Atama and my spellbook, and I need your help. Also, what happened? Both of them are good questions. What happened to me before I ended up in the hospital? I'm not sure. It seems like a dream to me. Dark chase, I recall, and great danger. I'm sorry, that's all I know. Please ask my sisters when you see them. I need to recover my Atama and my spellbook, and I need your help. Yes, I know of this. I dreamed of it. Please meet us at our hut. We keep your items safe there. You should seek a trail into the forest near the farm's western mound field. We will send a guide to lead you. Look to the sky. Well, I'm pleased I met you again. And I am too. She reached out her fingertip, and it seemed to glow slightly. She tapped it on her lips and then on mine. Hold still. I'm marking you with a charm so I can find you again when I get lonely. Now, you see, normally I wouldn't mind, but you know, I recently started seeing this doctor, and she's into reading, I'm into reading, and we can literally spend very romantic evenings at our fireplace, or at my fireplace, just reading books. I find that very romantic. She turned away, glancing over her shoulders as she went. Her eyes met mine for a moment with a playful sparkle before she was gone. Great. The most westward oh no. Wait, westward should be this well, right? We have to search for something in the skies. Follow the trail. Huh. I suddenly became aware of an old path into the forest. Oh, there's a raven. I was sure had not been visible the last time I came past. A huge black crow swooped overhead, seeming almost to coax me along the path. Ah, yes, this is the path with the flowing rocks. The crow had landed here and was sitting on a rocky outcrop, regarding me with intelligent eyes. Although I was not very close, I could see that it had something shiny hanging around its neck. Mushroom. Was this the correct type of mushroom? Spend 0 skill points to recall a book you had read some time ago. Yes, fly agaric mushroom had red caps with the white spots on and grew near trees. These were fly agaric mushroom. I took one. Nice. Many pairs of eyes regarded me from the depths. Some were still, while some flitted about or disappeared to reappear elsewhere at unnatural speed. The crow seemed agitated and zoomed around me. It seemed to urge me to take the path northward. Now, would we just die if we would take the other path? Maybe. That's another one. Oh, okay. We cannot take more than one. We are getting deeper and deeper into the forest. The bird had led me to an old cottage. It swooped towards in and... My god, what? It swooped towards in and then alighted on the wall beside a woman I had not noticed until now. This was the witch whom I'd met before. The witch. 2 chests. Hello.
Yes, my dear.
So, Alistair, you have made it back to me alive. This is good. Discovered the witch's hut. You may call me Rosario. I was one of those who saved you when you fell into a coma. I have questions about my coma. Who were the other voices? Others who are interested in your well-being and in your progress. Where were we? In a space between this world and the realm of dead. Your clumsy ritual was too much for your psychic strength, and certain forces sought to take profit from you. The danger was great for a time, but you have powerful allies, as you have seen, and already your abilities are stronger. The next time you perform that ritual, I think you will succeed. How did I even get to the hospital then? We brought you there, of course, my two sisters and I. How did you know I was in trouble? We felt the threat of magic being tugged. It was clear to anyone who knew how to listen that a great calamity was unfolding. You're lucky that those who arrived first were benign to your cause. I had no more questions about my coma. I had with me at the time of that ritual a certain book. Did you see it? I wondered when you would ask. Yes, I recovered it for you as well as your Atama before leaving you near the hospital. You must be more careful if you hope to progress far on the path you have started. She looked sternly at me, but then lightened her tone. But child, do not fret. I can help you find your way, at least for a time. Your items are in the chest you see beside me. You mentioned your two sisters? Yes, sisters in a way. One young, one old. The three faces of our coven, you might say. 3 sisters, strong, in shadow's embrace, devoted to Hecate, mistress of space. The maiden dances with a youthful glow, the laughter sparks where wild winds blow. The mother, warm with wisdom deep, she guards the hearth where secrets sleep. Her hands weave spells with nurturing care, binding love and fate in midnight air. The crone with spite and eyes of fire, her voice a curse, her wrath entire. She walks with power, the end in sight, a harbinger cloaked in moonless night. Threefold power, a coven complete, Hecate smiles where their paths meet. Very sexy. I had no more questions for now. Yep, that's all my stuff. They needed to get 2 chests, I see. I require a wand cut from hazel tree growing in a graveyard. I must cut it without Okay.
Yes, my dear?
I seek to perform a ritual to enchant a wand of hazel. Could you advise me? Can you give me more details? I took out the spellbook and showed her the Dominion of Phobos page. Yes, very good. A witch's hazel wand is a powerful implement in the right hands. I can help you with its ritual of enchantment. We can use an altar I retain for these purposes, but you must bring me the items necessary for the ritual first. Do you have all of the items? I have not yet gathered everything. I still require an inscribed hazel wand, some sulfur, and a sacrificial victim. I can wait. A sacrificial victim. Oh no. Oh no. I see. I see. They are very close by. So yes, we will take the the other passage out of this? Oh, this means that I need to keep it open then, because I don't think we can open it from the inside. Yeah, we have to go through the north gate for now. We'll take the hazel tree in the graveyard. Oh my god, I completely forgot that there might be combat encounters on the middle of the road. Good thing that there's only one on the other side. I wonder at what point ghouls no longer become a problem for us when we are on the verge of becoming another lich. Also, I wonder how far I'm going when I'm dating the doctor. Or is she going to hold us back and sane? There we are. There's the hazel tree. Let's equip our Atama. I cut a short branch from the hazel tree, then using the Atama I carved the magical symbols into it as shown in the ritual. Very nice. Okay. We have so much beer, man, holy. Alrighty, what else do I need now? Rosario, the sorcerer in the northern woods, has promised to perform the ritual of enchantment on a hazel wand. You must bring her the required items. Okay. This may be any creature. Okay. I wonder if we can grab one of the victims of the plague. But I think it's time that we flirt more with the lady at the barracks. The Moika. So that she may give us some sulfur. It is morning. Always lovely to be in this home where ghosts constantly whisper into our ears. Oh my god. That is a heavy rain. No, I forgot where to go. Hospital.
Sorry, hospital is closed to visitors. You can ask, but I don't have an answer for you.
Wait, does that mean...
anything the man says? Medical reasons. There, that's your answer.
I see. Most unwise to return just now. Makes sense. Any creature. Let's buy another apple. And then let's see. Angelina.
Yes, what? I am Angelina, the North Gate guard.
Interesting. I'm looking for some sulfur. Do you know where I can get some? No. Thanks. It is not. How do you like to try standing around in the rain all morning? Sorry. Moika.
The barracks are close to civilians.
Sorry to bother you. I'm trying to get some sulfur and thought you might have some in there. Well, we do, but we are not allowed to give out any, sorry. Her eyes lingered on me a moment, then as she saw me notice, she blushed a little and turned away.
Excuse me, my lord. The barracks are close to civilians.
Nah.
Farewell.
Schmutz. They have sulfur in there, but they are not allowed to give out any. Now, where else would you receive some sulfur from? Maybe the blacksmith? Oi, Jakob.
I am Jakob, the blacksmith of Marnes.
What do you make here?
This is a blacksmith's. What do you think I make? Most weapons, some armors, metal fittings, buckets, chains, and the likes. I'll shoe your horse, but cart work isn't for me. That do you?
Who builds the weapons? I mean, if you build the guns, who gives the ammunition?
Welcome.
Do you sell sulfur? Oh my, that's a strange request. Are you making your own gunpowder? I have no pure sulfur, I'm afraid. You could try talking to a military type, one of the city guards, or perhaps a sailor. That is good. Thank you for your time.
No, not at all. I thank you for your patronage.
Good day. I'm Salvador, a Venetian sea captain.
I think... Alphonse, are you the guy?
Oh, watch out. Heavy crates being stacked.
Sorry. Where is the person? Oh, Draco is here.
Excuse me.
Ramon, there you are. Do you know much about the fish guard, Ramon?
I am Ramon.
You mean the guard near the docks, or is it this something else? I think they're a group of smugglers. Oh dear, I would not like to get mixed up in something like that. I'm sorry, but I do not know anything about such a gang. Ramon. We drank together at the inn, Ramon, please. Something is weighing on you. What is it? I see. Failed trust test. I see. I do not know them. Even if I did, I would not tell someone I did not know so well. Okay, then that means we have to drink more.
Good day. I'm Salvador, a Venetian sea captain.
I'm looking for some sulfur. Do you know where I could get some? I have some. We sometimes mix our own powder for the cannons. I'll sell you some for 5 crowns. Sure. He reached into his satchel and handed me a small packet. Packet. Good morning, Captain. Alright, that means we only need a person or an animal for sacrifice. Let's see if we can get a deer. Oh, that is the way. Oh, there it is. Could not grab hold of the stack. We need some suitable food in hand. I held out the apple and managed to entice the stag into following me. Come on. Alrighty. For the Dominion of Phobos ritual, I require a wand cut from hazel tree, growing in a graveyard or cemetery. I must cut it with a witch's knife and thread with magical symbols and have it ritually enchanted. I need a sacrificial victim for the ritual of enchantment on a hazel wand. From the diagrams I have seen, this may be any creature. Okay.
Yes, my dear?
About the ritual of enchantment. Do you have all the items we require? I have everything we need. As she gestured me to follow, her body began to change. Before my eyes, she shifted and warped as she walked until she arrived at a crude stone altar as a threatening old hag. A small mound of kindling lay already upon the altar. Need to check something. Okay. I think it's not too loud. If it is, Bucky, you should tell me. Holding out the hazel wand, she sprinkled it with holy water and then casting some sulfur into the flames, she waved the wand over the yellow smoke which spat from the fire. What happened? I need to know if the game is too loud again. It is very loud in my ears and I don't know if I have just the wrong settings for my headphones. Can you understand me while this music is blasting? You can lower a bit, thank you. Already reported on this. It's weirdly more loud. Well, it's really louder than it used to be. Very weird. Thank you, Bucky. That is very helpful. And we now did this like almost at the end of today's stream. Very nice. Holding out the hazel wand, she sprinkled it with holy yes. She waved the wand over the yellow smoke, which spat from the fire. The stag was struggling to escape at this point. Rosario whispered something in its ear and immediately it calmed. Then it climbed compliantly onto the altar and lay down with its neck exposed. Taking Mayatama, the witch plunged the blade into our victim and laid the wand in the blood which puddled on the altar. The ritual was complete. I had my magic wand. I now had the means to perform the Dominion of Phobos ritual in the cemetery to safely keep interlopers away while I conducted my work there. And thereafter, protected by skeletal minions, I should be able to venture into my father's crypt for the seance ritual. Chapter 7: Repair. Dominion of Phobos. To use the Dominion of Phobos ritual and protect your work from interlopers, use the ritual hotspot at the entrance of the cemetery. Oh, the entrance of the cemetery even, okay. From chapter 7, you can also advance the time of day from within caves, tunnels, and crypts. That is Gucci. Can I go inside the hut? It was locked, okay. Oh yes, we want to do Seance and we want Dominion of Phobos. One of the pages I had pursued bearing the title Sano was in a less arcane language than the others. It was familiar. The language was, of course, Latin, and I had studied it quite extensively in my work as an academic. The word Sano meant to repair. This page detailed a ritual called Repair, which would apparently render some kind of magical healing effect on broken bones. I could use it to repair damage to my skeletal minions. Nice. That is not what I wanted. Where is it? Where da repair? Oh, okay. At midnight, bone meal should be sprinkled over the injured bones. From understanding, this ritual seems to repair broken bones of a skeleton. I've even read a 14th century account of a wholly shattered ribcage reforming through its magics. A midnight bone meal should be sprinkled over the injured bones, and these words chanted. Okay, the bone meal should be from pulverized bones of an intelligence creature. Performing the ritual, the Necromancer must wear a death shroud taken from a recently deceased body. Oh god. What the heck is a death shroud? Oh yeah, I forgot to open the hatch again. My god. Let's go to the academy first. The moment my foot landed inside the academy, a crack of thunder struck my back. It rattled windows and should have done the same to my teeth, yet my nerves were steady. I felt no fear, no concern, nothing. Although it was a fierce storm, I had seen worse things in recent days. The children were assembled, cowering in the library before
Hello,
me.
dear cousin.
Why don't we play a game? Headmaster Lucas was clearly doing his best to calm the unsteady nerves of the orphans as they huddled around him, and each did their best to hide their fear. Like what? Good question. Nick? He turned and caught sight of me. His smile was a plea for aid. Yet I felt strangely unmoved. No, these kids... Do you... What? What the heck? Okay, no, these kids are one of the few good things we have left. Perhaps hide and seek? A great suggestion. Understand I will be it, and the rest of you will hide. When we start counting, whoever we find last wins. Wins what? Lucas patted his pockets for a moment, clearly at a bit of a loss, before his hands closed on something. Then his face erupted in the most devious and playful smile I think I had ever seen on it. Wins what I'm hiding in my pocket. That got the children's attention. How about it, Alistair? Care to start the count to 20? Very well. 1, 2. The children lit up a little at my participation before getting into frantic motion. The children scattered in all directions around the academy, seeking the best places to hide. Let's begin our search. Wait, I didn't count to 20. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Here we come. Oh god. Ah! Is someone behind here? Apparently not. Despite seeing 2 little feet peeking out from beneath the curtain, I could not say which child it was I had found, only that I was noticing for the first time how excessively repaired their footwear was. A flash of lightning passed a truly apocalyptic assault of sound. The cry of fear that echoed in its wake was unmistakably Ida's. I decided to show compassion. Pardon me? Despite attempting to keep my voice to a mere whisper, I still saw little Ida jump at the sound. Can I join you? Ida thought about it for a moment. With a very serious nod and a furrowed brow, she shuffled to the side to make room for me behind the curtain with her. This is a very nice hiding spot. Her nod was confident. Do you want to stay here a while longer? She took a moment, but then shook her head just as confidently. We can leave together, okay? Nervous eyes started to look up at me, but shot to the floor before reaching my chin, yet her hand reached out, trembling as it was, to take mine. As we stepped out, I felt a surprising discomfort at how warm her hand was. I tried to dismiss it as the flush of a nervous child warming the touch, but had to wonder if that was all it was. Are we slowly dying? Like, is our hand cold? Are we cold to the touch? Are we becoming undead? My mum always said that I had a kind heart. I think you do too, but your hand is so cold. I did not know what to say to that. Oh, that is a tragedy. So we play a character that is kind at heart, but you know, we are studying death magic. We are conversing with witches. So we do evil things, even though we are good at heart. Come on. Ugh. I tilted my head to get a better look at the desperate struggle before me. Nestled in his hiding place behind the bookshelf, Peter was apparently attempting to defy the limits of his flexibility and reach. Peter, may I ask what you're trying to do? Well, I went and hid like I was supposed to, but it was a real boring. So I got to looking around, then I saw something shiny peeking out back there, or at least I thought it did, but I can't reach it. It struck me as more likely that the boy had not even chosen it as a hiding spot at all, and instead just happened to be stuck while in pursuit of something shiny. I offered to help. I could give it a try if you will allow me. The child nodded and struggled to extract himself. After that, it was a simple matter of me to snake my much longer arm in. After some awkward feeling around, I was able to locate what felt like a rather heavy coin and the small pouch of its fellows. We need money, but you know, I gave it to him. Well, you found it, so it seems to me that you have earned this. I handed him the pouch, and immediately he thrust one of the coins back to me. Headmaster always says we should be thankful when we get help, so thanks. Thank you, Peter. Now let's join the others. Maybe someone else found some treasure. Let's go. We got a coin. For free. Better than nothing. So there's 2 in here. The moment I craned my neck to peer behind the impressive clock, a small figure all but leapt out towards me. You found me! Great! I could hear the tension that gripped this boy by his delicate little throat in that brave little squeak of a voice. I decided to reassure Leland. With great care, I slowly lowered myself to sit on the floor. I looked at my little entourage and waved at them to give us some space. A tad confused, Leland mimicked authority in a way that seemed natural to him and took a seat beside me. What are we doing, Master? My legs felt tired, so I'm taking a seat. The storm continued to howl outside, but I was steady and still. As the seconds rolled past us, I could see out of the corner of my eye that the calmness I radiated was having the desired effect on the child. My dad liked to just sit too. After supper, he liked to settle into his favorite chair and just watch the hearth. The boy paused and stared ahead, lost in his memories. He had to go away, but he still writes me when he can. I miss just sitting with him like this. We were quiet together for a moment, there on the floor of the library. Thank you, Master. Let's go now. He stood up and, on impulse, gave me a shy little hug. Oh my god. I stopped as I heard the deep groan. Too deep to be a child's. Too deep to be the floor beneath my feet. Slowly I turned to see what the noise could be, and in the turning I looked at an altogether different world. I turned back to look at the children following me, and just as suddenly my vision cleared. I turned once more to try to catch it. I twisted, turning in place several times, despite to glimpse it again, Desperate to glimpse it again despite the fear I knew it should inspire. Yet around me was just the same storm, lashed school and library as before. It felt half empty now, and I could not shake the feeling. I am fine. Let's continue. The children seemed confused and clearly had not seen what I had. Apart perhaps from little Ida, coiled close to me, her arms around my leg. Oh, can Ida see something? Can Ida see ghosts? Is that why she's so afraid all the time? Oh my god. This one actually startled me. My god. A black saint, Saint Donatus of Arezzo. I wonder where they can hide. Aha! Of all the children, I at least expected Nick to find safety in the classroom, yet here he was with his eyes shut tight as though he could block out the storm if he just tried hard enough. I decided to comfort him. I sank down into a crouch and my voice lowered to a comforting tone. This is a very clever hiding spot, Nick. Thanks, I guess. You know, I heard once that being brave is not having a lack of fear. It's feeling afraid and doing what you need to anyway. It is? But it takes a lot of work to be brave, doesn't it? Feel up to being brave with me? Yeah. As he stepped out, I felt oddly hollow, like I had put on a show, merely going through the motions because I knew they were expected. Follow me. Nick seemed to consider a rude remark, on reflex if nothing else, but swallowed it down. I could tell that Leland was watching his classmate closely by the proud smile that flicked across his feature at the display of obedience and self-control. Oh, it's another map. Alrighty, now I'm confused. Where is Elstrick? Is Elstrick this castle? Because Mans is a port city, so there should be a port city here. Habsburg monarchy, Republic of Venice and Republic of Venice here. Interesting. Obst. Kingdom of Rulstein. Maybe we actually... Wait, who are we missing? Are we missing one or two more? Let's go upstairs and see if someone hid there. We're not in this room. What about this room? A mosque? So we're missing one. We're missing one more. Maybe even more. Oh wait, I didn't check below the stairs, yeah. I paused at the foot of the spiral staircase. I could not see, hear, or smell anything that suggested a child was hiding nearby, and yet, as I took that first step, I sensed something like the beat of a drum, yet the sound was warm, not in the way of a crackling fire or rustling blanket. It was a warmth that made me suddenly aware of how cold I was, of how little warmth was inside of me. Another beat, and another. Closer together, louder, scared. Following the sensation, I curled around the edge of the spiraling stairs and saw her. Huddled up in a ball, all but perfectly hid, was Robin. This was a good hiding place. I decided to let her win the game by moving away. Considering how well hidden she was, there was but one inescapable conclusion. She most wanted to win. I considered that her standing among the others as a leader would certainly be helped by the victory, so long as she believed it fully earned. Thus did I step very quietly away from the staircase as if I had found nothing at all. With that, I realized my task was through. I had found all the children and it was time to gather everyone up and announce the winner of this little game. With some prodding from Lucas and I, we herded the little group back together. They seemed noticeably less concerned by the flashes of light and claps of thunder outside. The game had worked.
Hello, dear cousin.
Well then, it seems about time to announce the victor of this little contest. Robin! Robin's whole face lit up, confident in her ability to win the game, and yet still filled with pride for doing so. As the others congratulated her, she caught my eye and I saw something pass there, like a little secret we could share and enjoy. Lucas looked to me, offering a thankful smile, yet at that moment, light and sound filled the space as heaven's wrath descended almost atop us. The children cried out, yet it was surprise, not fear, that I heard. They rushed to my side, clinging to my legs and clothes. I could feel their hearts for a moment filled with warmth, recognizing me as their protector. Yet where I knew I should feel warmth, I felt empty. Despite what I wanted, what I intended, I found the looks in their eyes as they stared up at me, failed to move me. Oh man, this is actually very tragic. Oh man. It was chilling. I put on a brave smile, which I did not feel the truth of, and tousled the hair, reassuring them that all was well. I caught Lucas staring, and sensed he could see through my act. It unnerved him, but he did not speak. His fear hid it in moments. Okay, educated trust decreased, but kids' trust increased. As I departed, I wasn't sure that I cared. Yep, we are slowly losing all our emotions. First we'll die inside, and then we'll die outside. And then we'll just become another lich.
So, what can I do for you, dear cousin?
Time for my shift. What work should I do today? The retired herbalist Sybil Vosentun has agreed to visit us today. She will talk to the children about her life as a healer. Can you collect her and bring her here, please? The woman he referred to was Diedrich's grandmother. I had not yet met her since returning to Mans, or indeed since I was a child. Certainly. But this we will do next time. For it is very late, and we have reached our 2.5-hour mark. So let us save here. Alrighty. Goodie. That is something. So, things did not develop as I thought they would. Because when I wanted to, just flirt with Annie so she would follow us, and now we actually have her checking up on us, and maybe we see each other again, which will not be pleasant if we are emotionally dead. So yeah, don't know how that will develop in the future. But also apparently my my feeling was wrong about Annie and not Connor. Was it Connor? I don't know. But you know, the twins or the siblings, I don't even know what they are. The two Irish people. But at least the doctor is apparently a very bad person. So the hospital is a place we will definitely return to at some point. Alright, next time we'll do the children's thing, and then we'll see if we can find everything for the ritual at the crypt. And the seance. But that is for next time, which will be Friday, I believe. Yeah. Alrighty. Tomorrow we'll play some Inquisitor again. I don't know how many games how many sessions we will have in this game. Either one, two more, maybe 3 at max. I don't know. But yeah, we shouldn't be taking too long now with the game anymore. But yeah, thank you for watching this and for listening to my ramblings. I hope we see each other next time again, and yeah, Baba Booey.